Greetings, fellow geeks. Welcome to Pretend Low Earth Orbit for transmission number 651 of Geeks in Space. I'm Rob Commander Taco, and am joined, as ever, by a pair of fellow pseudo-science dwellers. I have Chris DeBona.
Hi.
And Rob Roseboom.
I love pseudoscience.
Pseudoscience. I wasn't sure if it was pseudoscience or just pretend science.
It's like science, but without so many rules.
Yeah, it's more about how you feel.
Yeah.
The truthiness of it all.
Indeed.
All right, well, let's see. Chris, why don't you experience the web today?
Okay, let me go to this silly website. I think I know what this is. All right, here we go. I search something, then it show me something. Cookie statement. Oh, let's go ahead and accept. Sure. I don't want notifications. I really don't want to see notifications. I don't want their... I'm not running an ad block. I guess that. Oh, goodness.
This is so true. I can't stand it.
It's amazing. And they've got the rate your experience box and like the robot chat and all of the ads.
Well, the thing that kills me about this is like the number of sites that I close because it's all a bunch of crap like this is...
The one that I feel the worst about is the Wall Street Journal, because the Wall Street Journal, there's like one, I think it's Wall Street Journal, that where it always tells me I've read my links or my number of reads for the day, and so I load incognito mode and it tells me that, and I check a different device. Now I just close it, like whatever. I'm not gonna pay $200 a year for that, and I'm just gonna close this window now. And then Hacker News or Reddit or whatever has made me sad.
So. As a coda to that page, when I switched back to the Reddit page and I closed it, it said, "Are you sure you want to leave? You have data pending."
Nice.
And I'm like, one last little stab, you bastard.
I hate you. The internet used to be so much better, guys. Just saying.
Sure.
Now I'm
but
old.
At least we have people stealing trailers and then forcing movie studios to release trailers anyway.
So that's the legend, right? The legend is that the Spider-Man trailer was leaked with incomplete special effects. I never watched that version, but then Spider-Man or Sony then hurried and released what is, I guess, the same trailer but with rushed special effects. And the irony of this is that I watched this and the new Shang-Chi trailer like 1 minute apart, and the effects in Shang-Chi looked worse.
I admit I was very excited by this trailer. I love me some Doc Ock. I love me some Alfred Molina.
Yeah, it looked like
they had
de-aged
a pumpkin
him.
Bomb. You know, they
had the cackle.
They had the cackle. I mean, this is fan service to the extreme, but I'm here for it, baby. Here for it.
I mean, I'm all in. We've talked about this 1,000 times. I love that this is the multiverse, and we're getting like a half a dozen TV shows and a half a dozen movies that are all going to be about the multiverse. I just think that's fun.
I mean, I agree with you. I think it is very fun. The problem is, I'm afraid that just everything is going to be it, and it's not going to be fun anymore.
Yeah.
I did not find the multiverse crap in Loki to be fun at all.
I thought it was tired. I was watching a bad episode of Doctor Who, and not a good episode. So a bad one.
I assume this is going to be better, but like, if you find something that's awesome, you can do that thing a few times. But if you try to do that thing all the time, you get the police academies.
That's right. You can only handle so much Mahoney in your life.
Mahoney!
That's right. Well,
so they have Broccoli Slumberbatch here. So he's fun. They have a lot of fun things going on, and I do love me some Doc Ock, but I have a hard time getting excited about Shang-Chi, I have to tell you.
I was actually, so that's on the list too, because there's the new trailer that has the Abomination fight in it. And there's a couple of car flips and stuff that just look really bad. But in general, I think that movie's okay. For me, it's all going to come down to, are the characters compelling and fun? And dang it, Awkwafina's compelling and a fun actress. So
Yeah.
know?
What I worry about is she's going to be the entire movie is her being comic relief.
Yeah.
And that can't
No.
carry the movie.
Right.
You know?
Although
And they really focused on her. So I'm like, is this even Shang-Chi or is it Aquafina and the Ten Rings? Which, again, I'm game for it. But, let's be honest with it.
Aquafina can have as many rings as she wants.
You going to put a ring on it?
My wife might object. I don't know what the rules are in the MCU. Are you allowed an MCU wife in addition to your normal wife?
I think you can have a regular wife and then a hero wife.
Oh.
But maybe that's only if you have a secret identity.
Wait, no, actually, we have a real problem with Rob Malda because, you were living in Washington, D.C., and you can't have both D.C. and Marvel in the same house.
Oh, I see what you did there.
See what I did there with DC,
Yeah.
but DC?
I'm embarrassed for
DC,
you.
DC Detective Comics?
No,
District of Columbia?
it was really, really great. Hey, Rob, can I mute him?
He'll notice.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think I can mute. I think that you guys are the only people that can actually mute on this meet.
Really? Oh, because you're running it through all your...
No, because we're running it through you guys' company's server or through their Google account.
Oh no! Here, if you right-click my face or you mouse hover over my face, there's usually like a mute icon.
There is, but it's unavailable. It's unavailable to me.
Oh, really?
I don't have that kind of authority because I'm not an employee of Paddle Creek Games.
Oh, have you considered being an employee of Paddle Creek Games?
I mean, I'm not doing anything else.
Right.
Well, I look forward to the rest of the podcast with you muted.
Well, the podcast audience will still hear me because my audio is coming direct.
Yeah, because he's the streamer.
Yeah.
Never mind then. Never mind.
Yeah, so much for that idea.
All fun in theory. It's just in practice.
That's right. Okay, the Cowboy Bebop cast photos finally came out, and
where are those?
That's down a little bit. They look great.
Y'all are the hardcore fans, right? Of the Bebops.
There's no picture of Ein. Or, I'm sorry, there is a picture of Ein. There's no picture of Ed. So
John Cho looks fantastic.
Yeah, he's perfect. Just
flawless. They did a great job on his costume.
I actually have a few cells from the original Cowboy Bebop.
Oh yeah.
And I have a Faye Valentine cell actually hanging on my wall, just off camera. I always thought of Faye as being a little taller, but
Yeah. In anime, they're all tall.
That's true. Well, and Spike is very tall.
Or very, very short.
This is good. This is going to be a hard one. I really like this anime. I'm excited that they're doing this, but man, like, I don't know.
Easy to screw it up.
Yep.
Easy to screw it up, and I don't know how Ein is going to translate in live action. Obviously they're going to CGI him, but I don't know.
I hope that I know this is sacrilege. I hope that they play very loose with the original beats of the story. I hope they keep the central conceits, but kind of toss most of the episodic stuff and give us some good, because I'm assuming this is an hour-long show and not a 20-minute anime. So I want like longer, meatier stories out of this, but I'm all in, man. This is one of my favorites.
For sure, I'll watch it. I love the anime. I'm just not sure how well it's going to translate into a live action thing,
Yeah.
But we'll see. Hopefully it'll be great.
Yeah, I hope that what they do is kind of like how we were talking a lot about Rebels and the Clone Wars. Most of the Clone Wars TV show, the story arcs are like 3-episode little mini story arcs. I hope that they kind of do that, but like give me like 3 or 4 mini story arcs instead of like the big season long thing, and then you don't have to hold yourself to the 22-minute cartoon format. I don't know. I think they could do something really cool if the people in charge are caring. Loves it.
I don't know. This has a real, and you guys can call me crazy for saying this. This has like a Red Dwarf vibe. This picture, it really has a Red Dwarf vibe, and I don't know why I feel that way.
I could see it. It looks like a bunch of stuff that they had in the back lot, and they just threw it in the
Yeah,
studio.
right. It's kind of, it looks a little cheap, but that's okay. It can work. It's just this looks kind of cheap, like they just grabbed a dog off the road and said, "Here you go. Now you're in a movie." Wire some crap up to this broken old dumpster. It's like,
Well,
okay.
I don't know. I feel like that's actually fairly consistent with the show.
Right?
The show
Right?
the show is just kind of
From what I saw of it.
They don't generally go like Cowboy Bebop doesn't take place like in a crazy science fiction universe. It's like you have a spaceship. It's more like akin to Firefly, but where Firefly you go to Western places. This is just more like you went to other places. It's just like it's your car.
Yeah.
I'm all in. I'm hoping that it's good.
It's funny. All of our discussions always end with, "But we're gonna watch it."
Oh yeah, Picard
Here's
season
the-
2.
Here's the 25 reasons this is gonna suck or does suck.
But
and
we're
I'm
gonna watch it
today.
Look, what else are we gonna do? We got that kind of time.
But honestly, I'm cautiously optimistic. But I didn't have the relationship with it that y'all did. So.
Yeah.
I rewatched it not that long ago.
Oh yeah.
The only ones that I've given up on like that are the CW shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I've still been watching Legends of Tomorrow, and they're actually having fun again this season. The last few episodes, but it is so spotty.
I couldn't get through the first season of that crap.
The first season of Legends sucked.
It was bad,
But that's a show that when it's at its craziest, it's fun. And when it's trying to be a serious show, it's a waste of time.
I love The Flash, but I burned out on The Flash like season 3.
Yeah, the thing about The Flash is I think I've watched every episode, but I couldn't tell you anything really that's happened in the last 2 years because I sort of turn it on. And then before the credits have finished running, I've got my phone out. And by the end of it, I guess they're fighting, Frog Guy this week.
It is the white noise to my day.
Yeah.
Run, Barry, run.
Oh, good. I hope that the Speed Force is there in some form.
Yes.
Yay. So, Chris, I think you're the one that shared the Volkswagen lighting into flames.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of electric cars going on fire.
Is that because you hate the planet?
Yeah, that's definitely it. No, I just think that, people forget that lithium-ion batteries are a delicate balance of chemistry, right?
It's true.
It's a pyrophoric chemical inside a little plastic pouch in all of our pockets. And it's like, pyrophoric, meaning when it hits the air, it lights on fire. And every once in a while, an electric car goes kaboom, And I'm like, yep, here we go. So it's Volkswagen's turn, with their new line of electric cars to have a couple of unput-outable fires,
Right. Very safe.
And the thing is, I actually don't think that I don't think this is an argument against electric cars. I mean, regular cars catch on fire all the time, But
It's true.
Yeah.
I bet I light mine on fire sometimes just for warmth.
It would be interesting if they tried to have some sort of campaign about how when their cars light on fire, they're less hot than other cars or something like that, or somehow their car fires are better than other car fires. That would be like, lean into your car's on fire. Everyone's watching this video already.
Right.
And they're like, hey, listen, this didn't happen while he was in the car.
Yeah.
He was just unplugging it.
Why not highlight the positive parts of when your car bursts into flames?
It's because of the liberal media.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, wait. No, she had just put her child in the car.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That's
and
much
wanted
less
to get
funny.
behind the wheel. They were able to leave the vehicle quickly and were unharmed. But the ID3 was burnt beyond repair.
Yeah.
Even damaging another car, another EV, a first-gen Nissan Leaf. So it's like taking out the other electric cars, like it's jealous or something.
Like it's a battle zone.
Yeah.
Well, that I want to watch.
Like battle bots, but with electric cars.
That works for me.
Aren't battle bots technically just electric cars? Really small ones. Spinny bits.
Sure.
I wonder. Yeah, I bet you there's been fires in battle bots.
Oh, sure.
Probably use lithium-ion batteries for most of
I
these
think they had a
things.
rule about not using gasoline, though.
Yeah. kept on killing the audience. You know, what are you gonna do?
Cowards.
Yeah.
So I didn't read this story yet.
The Loch Ness tourists.
This is right up. Did this come from you, Roseboom? This is such a Roseboom story.
What do you think? Of course. This is like a story I would write for the game or something.
Right, exactly. No, I was thinking about the game and the whole series of reviews we did.
So, of course, who knows if this is an actual legitimate review or if it's just someone having fun. But either way, it's kind of a funny story, especially if you think that this man indeed showed up to Loch Ness with his family, stood out in the rain for like 2 hours, and was like, I can't believe I haven't seen the Loch Ness Monster. This whole thing's a ripoff. I doubt it even exists.
Probably a hoax.
Well, you know, if you went on a Sunday, you know, then you know that's you know the Loch Ness Monster guy's in church, you know, so you can't, you know, do his act.
His Loch Nessing.
He complained the public viewing platforms were crowded and dirty. that the weather was terrible. Go figure, the weather in Scotland was terrible.
What? In Scotland?
Yeah, it's like, I know it's terrible, but you know I had to go anyway. Now I'm going to go look at the Sasquatch Hill over in Minnesota.
He says, it's just a tourist trap. I'm not sure why they would advertise the Loch Ness Monster when it's all a lie. Very disappointed.
Ambaloo says that BattleBots allow internal combustion engines, but I guess what I want to know is, do they allow you to use fuel as an offensive weapon? Can I spray my enemy in gasoline and ignite them? That would make
Well,
fun.
especially say like if your BattleBot got flipped over, you don't have a device really that right itself. Then at that point, you just have some sort of detonation system where it just explodes in gas in like a 10-foot radius around it.
If I can't win, no one will.
Yeah. Activate self-destruct mode.
Yeah, that'd be a good time.
Even if it's against the rules, you definitely should have like a speaker like mounted in there that actually, when you get flipped, says like activating self-destruction mode and like starts counting down just to keep the audience on edge.
Yeah, on their toes, you know, or off their toes.
That's true.
Anyway,
I think that might be it for the zone.
Yeah, we're taking it pretty easy this week so far.
Well, it's been a stressful week.
I bought some adhesive. You know, if people care about that. It's very exciting.
New glues.
You know, and I've been putting up the sound baffling panels.
I hung up a bunch of baffling behind my screen, and I used 2-sided tape, and it doesn't work. So every now and then the tiles just fall, and it's kind of like mesmerizing.
That's why I got the spray adhesive. This stuff works great on foam, you know. And I figure, you know, this wall, I don't know if it's going to get torn down when we remodel or what. So I can do whatever I want with it. You know,
that's your wall, Chris.
I could use a nail gun and just go dunk if I want.
Just for fun.
I could staple it up. I could do whatever I want. I'll do what I want.
My wife is like very good at patching drywall.
She's super handy, if I remember correctly.
Oh, she just wires. She like can rewire a house. You need a house rewired, she'll do that. You need like she's but
and let me tell you how fast that woman can paint.
Yeah, she's a skilled painter. You sat in for 100 episodes of Geeks in Space. You sat in front of that yellow wall that she helped paint at your house. But she's very good at patching drywall, and I am loath to put a screw or a nail into drywall to hang a picture or something, because I know that like I'm gonna decide 5 minutes later that I want to move it, and then I'm gonna have a hole in my wall and I have to patch it. But she's like, whatever, she's just patched, painted over it. She's so fast, so she puts holes in everything.
So what I do is I wait for my wife to go out of town, and then I go around with like a bucket of drywall mud. I just go around and then I paint, and I even matched exactly which roller they used when they painted the house. You know, so it perfectly merges in with the old paint. It's fantastic. So I found exactly the paint, exactly the maker, exactly the shade, and the exact same roller. I'm very proud of it.
So Ambaloo says that flamethrowers are allowed on BattleBots, but now my question is, can you shoot out taser lines and can you like electrocute them?
No, that's specifically for both.
How about fusion?
because like some people were like doing nets, electrified nets.
Yeah.
What
or
about
something.
acid projectors? Can you
Not
you
okay.
Nope. Squirt acid at an opponent?
Well, I don't know. I mean, are we talking about aqua regia, or are we talking about like hydrochloric acid, muriatic
Just
acid?
acetone.
I mean, is it sulfuric acid? Who cares? No big deal. So,
right.
just don't get it in the eyes.
It should probably be that xenomorph saliva. That stuff's really good. I don't know what you keep it in, so I guess if you want to keep it, you have to keep it like in a xenomorph.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to take it in a xenomorph, which
you have to-
never ends well.
You have to keep it in the salivary glands, which is
Right, and once the xenomorph dies, they degrade pretty quickly.
mhm.
Well, that's the thing I never really understood. Are they constantly replacing like their cells as they get eaten away? I mean, because the second they die, it's suddenly like, bleh, so.
The mysteries of the
I don't know.
xenomorph.
Yeah.
Rob, have you seen The Final Girls from 2015?
No.
All right,
I know.
I just watched this movie like a week or two ago, and I think you're either gonna love it or hate it. But
Okay.
it's a group of kids in modern times who get, for reasons, sucked into essentially a lightweight parody of Friday the 13th. But they're trapped in the movie, and so they have to exploit the rules of horror films in order to defeat the bad guy.
Right.
And like, there's a couple of really good gags. There's a girl who's the slutty stereotype from the 80s slasher movie, and they have like oven mitts taped onto her hands so that she can't like mess around with people because they know that if she does, she'll die. So she's like taped up, and they have her like taped to a chair and stuff. But they also do another really good gag, like when the movie does a flashback, like the characters have to interact with the flashback, and it's really just tons of really, really clever ideas. And you're either gonna love it or hate it.
I think I know which one. Because Rob, I love you to death, but this looks terrible. I mean, it's like every actor they have is like right there, close to being a good actor, but isn't.
Yep.
Like Malin Ackerman, she's just like the worst
Yep.
piece of wood on screen today,
And the guy from Silicon Valley.
Yeah, like he's fine and funny, but he's only got one character.
Well, he is that
Adam
character.
Devine is just,
he is that
just
character
so much
for
to
sure.
take.
Well, maybe one day when I have free time again, I'll check that out.
You don't want to drive like our professorial friend who likes to sit with a laptop on his steering wheel.
No.
Are we talking about a certain professor?
We're not naming names.
Not in particular. No. Well, and to point out that didn't always turn out good for him.
That's true.
For that. So.
That's true. I also over the weekend watched Fresh Meat, which is a 2012 New Zealand comedy about a family of Maori cannibals.
Cannibals. Yeah.
Oh my.
And it is it's either the best thing you've ever seen or a big stinking pile of crap.
Is that the one with Jason Momoa in it?
No, but it's the one with Boba Fett.
Oh. Yeah. It's interesting that all the Boba Fetts come from New Zealand.
It's weird, right?
I wonder if like Baby Yoda also is like a New Zealander or
he's gonna have
that area.
He's gonna have like a New Zealand accent, but also the weird. I mean, the real question that I have,
accent.
The real question that I've always had with Baby Yoda is he gonna speak with the weird backwards word patterns that Yoda does, or is that something that Yoda learned and it was specific to Yoda? Just saying.
Yeah, that's a good question. Is it a speech impediment, or is it a?
Well, maybe Yoda taught himself to speak the common tongue. You know? So if Grogu hangs out with a native speaker, he'll get the pattern right correctly. Yeah. Maybe.
Say what you will about the Empire, but they did force everyone to speak the same language.
Not McClunky.
I just, it's sort of like that scene in Monty Python. The Romans didn't do anything for us. The Empire didn't do anything for us.
Well, roads.
Well,
aqueducts.
Aqueducts, yeah. Systems of distributed government. Look, Supreme, autonomous power derives from a mandate from the masses, not from some farcical aquatic ceremony.
Ceremony.
I know, different movie. All right, folks. Well, do we have anything else on the agenda, or do we wish to go about our days?
Let's
think
put
we
a
should
fork in her.
probably
She baked. All
Go
right.
back to our many probate issues.
See you, Rob Roseboom.
See ya.
Fare thee well, Chris DeBona.
Bye.
I was Rob Commander Taco Malda. That was Geeks in Space. We'll see you later. Bye.